You were always interested in cars?
Always. I was never good at fixing them, but you know, at lately around 16, you know, I got interested in how they work in, you know, what moves them, the engine, the parts and so on, and the love just basically take over. So right now I just pursuing my love.
When I was young, it started, my father used to fix cars, so I was around him, helping him all the time. So I just grew into it basically, and the love just keep growing and growing and growing.
It's sort of unlikely to find a lot of young ladies involved in a course of study such as this. What prompted that?
Well, from since I was a little girl, my father used to do mechanic on the side. So while growing up, I was exposed to vehicle, so I fall in love with the trade and it's continuing.
So where do you hope to take it?
Well, after this I'm planning to go overseas and study and become a professional.
Ever since I was growing up, I was around vehicles and my father and a friend of mine, okay? So seeing that, I just grew a love into the field.
Nowadays, you hardly see any young lady in this particular field. So since I'm growing up, I'm a girl of adventure. So I just choose this course because it's very adventurous and I love cars. So I just choose it.
There are many innovations at the Division of Technical Education. Recently, the college decided that if the students are to go further in their chosen vocations, there need to be a different type of arrangement where certification carried more weight. As such, the college will be delivering associate degrees to students.
The catch there is the extent to which you can get articulation arrangements into institutions of similar kind. So how do we use our associate degree, for example, to get our students into the University of the West Indies, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, or colleges in the United States and Canada? The truth is that this is no rocket science. An associate degree program could sometimes be a certificate program repackaged, simply. The institutions that we are looking for articulation into normally very often do not recognize this configuration called certificate. They would scrutinize the certificate with a fine-tooth comb. Now, you might have the same set of courses and package them as an associate degree, and because it is called an associate degree, automatically you very likely would receive up to a year off of your studies if you seek arrangements with some institutions on the outside. So our programs have changed significantly over the years, and this is where to top it, we have moved from the certificate into the associate degree.
The Division of Technical and Vocational Education has, however, had to grapple with the way in which it is perceived by some in the public domain. One of the false perceptions is that the division is an institution that churns out secretaries and clerical workers.
It is strange that we're still having that particular mindset, and it really is sad that when people think that we have resorted to clerical studies. And first of all, if that is the case, it's an indication that industry needs a lot of clerical people. Now, and that might be an indication of where industry is going, because the truth is that we respond to the needs of industry, whether it be in information communication technology, in microcomputer repairs, be it in automotive. We're simply responding to the needs of the community, so or the business society. So if we're producing person in the clerical area, it's an indication that something good is happening out there. And the other thing is that business needs them, and the fact that we're producing them, one place to begin really is to give us the credit for producing those persons, the secretaries or the clerical persons.
Of the 10 areas of studies offered by the college, business studies is a very popular area. The college offers 2 business courses.
For example, there's a business management program where you're following this program basically to go on directly to university, which would be much more theoretical. It would not involve a lot of practical training in what we call our training office. So you would not be involved in the business of taking calls, answering the phone, keeping the boss's records, and making sure keeping the boss's schedules and everything like that. There are those that we gear in especially towards the business management program, and they would go on straight to university to follow a business management degree. Then there's those who are in the other business program, for example, sales and marketing and accounting, and they would basically be the ones who they do some theory, lots of theory, but in addition to that, they take the practical aspect of it, which include setting up for marketing, doing some practical accounting, going to the training office, and actually simulate what one would do when they get into an office to actually be working as a front desk individual.
We visited the training room where lecturer Petra Ferdinand explained the operations.
Our students are being trained for supervisory level, so they have to learn how to instruct and supervise staff. Okay. And when we do stock, it's the same thing. So we learn all the different activities, but at the same time, the person in charge gets the opportunity to work unsupervised. They have dips, as you notice. Their work is put in the dip, just like a general office, in and out. So today we are busy. You notice they're counting money because we do photocopies. They keep their records. I don't interfere. And the reception front desk, we have customer service. And in some cases, for example, the office administration students and those who did the administrative assistant programs, at the end, in their second year, they do office supervision and office organization, where they learn to actually set up systems, design forms, manage your boss's day, draft letters, edit them, reports, memos, and actually like plan schedules for conferences, their planners, estimates, the whole works.
275 students out of the college's overall population are enrolled in the business program. The final year students are the last who will receive a certificate upon graduation. We spoke to some of the business students about their future goals.
As one of my career goals, I want to study human resource management and business administration. So coming down here and studying business administration is just one step further to me becoming what I want.
You're coming from which school?
Western George Secondary. I think that I have a bit of leadership skills that will be more developed in this college than if I went to any other college, seeing that they have more on-hands work down here.
So, and why did you decide to pursue this course of studies down here?
Well, I always wanted to own my own business, so I think that this will just be a stepping stone towards that goal.
Based on my experiences in working in local businesses, I found out that I enjoy working in businesses and that I wanted to develop my skills to enhance other local businesses, and then I decided to apply here.
So what are your plans for the future following your studies here?
I'm hoping in the future to open my own business, a designing business that can be online, that can be known internationally.
A lot of the students who are coming out from the secondary schools, the truth is that the CXC now has diverged into quite a lot of different programs. In masonry, they now offer an exam in masonry, in vocational courses like carpentry and all of those. And if the CX is offering all of these, then naturally the students who are going to be doing these CSEC courses would need somewhere that they will go to after, and that is where we come in.
The hospitality course is also one of the more popular choices for students enrolled in the division. The program prepares students for the world of work in the hospitality and tourism departments, as well as in different areas of the workforce. The program was introduced within the last decade, and today, more than 200 students are enrolled in hospitality studies. In fact, so successful was this program that it is now administered at facilities in Kingstown to accommodate the large number of students applying for entry. It is one of the new additions to the curriculum.
A lot of our hospitality students, year after year, are requested by a lot of these hotels and businesses that are involved with the visitors to really come back, because the persons who are involved in that program, the students do very well.
It is one of the new additions to the curriculum.
They're being trained in front office, accommodations, housekeeping. They do math, communication, French, Spanish. As you realize, we really cover a wide area. So we have students who can work in the hotels, they can work at the travel agencies, at LIAT, immigration, customs, and all these places. We do mainly the practical areas. We do food preparation, which is an introduction to the actual cooking, where they do the basic food preparation skills, knife skills. They also do the basic food preparation skills, like introduction to baking, the different food preparation methods. Okay. After that, they do culinary skills, where they do more cooking. They're involved in more baking and baking of cakes, breads, etc. And then they do quantity foods, where they learn to prepare foods in quantities. For instance, you'll have students not only preparing one cake, but a number of cakes, so that because you know when you work in the hotels, you cannot ask them to do one cake, so they have to do cakes for all your guests. Some do hospitality law, they do hospitality marketing, accounting, they do math and English and communication, law, psychology, guest relations, customer service. So when you get a hospitality student in your institution, in your establishment, you don't have just a student who can cook, because people go with the idea that a hospitality student can only cook, or that's the only thing we do here, but that is far from the truth. We do a wide range of courses here in the hospitality department.
The students also receive instruction on the preparation of beverages and in housekeeping from lecturer Sharon Hadaway.
Okay, here we have a brandy glass, or brandy snifter it's called, and whenever you're holding glassware, you always hold it at the base.
Though enrollment at the division has increased tremendously in recent years, it is expected to increase even further as the college attempts to expand its reach.
Because we're not really here just to train those students who are leaving secondary school. There are lots of persons who are in industry at present, working at different places. For example, whether it be at Braxa, whether it be working at a machine shop somewhere.
Bowens advocates the college as a good option for persons not inclined to taking up studies in a strictly academic field.
Field of law, for example, you know, the number of persons who are going to study law as they pass through the Arts and Sciences division. Not saying that all credit to them, but at some point, if this continues that way, there will be a high level of saturation. These persons, when they become the professionals that they are, they're going to be buying a $200,000 vehicle. And when they buy a $200,000 vehicle, I don't think that they would need somebody, or they would want somebody who have just an apprentice attachment to really be dabbling with their $200,000 vehicle.
When it comes to access, there have been significant increases at all 4 divisions of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. The story of the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies reads similarly to that of the Division of Technical and Vocational Education. In the year 2000, there were 216 students enrolled at the Technical Vocational Division. Today, there are over 800 students enrolled there. At the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, in 2000, there were 561 students enrolled. Today, there's over 1,000 students enrolled. The Division of Teacher Education and Nursing Education have witnessed increases of their own. In 2000, there were 119 teachers enrolled. Today, there are over 249 teachers receiving training there, while in nursing education, numbers have increased from 97 in 2002 to 210 in 2010. At the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, there's been a heavy focus on teacher training. Mr. Nigel Scott is the Deputy Director of the college.
In terms of improved quality, we've seen this in at least 2 areas. We've seen improved quality in terms of the training of our staff. An unprecedented number of staff members this academic year are away on study leave. There are at least 10 staff members that are currently pursuing their masters or their PhDs in universities within the region and outside of the region. We are also looking at developing this program, a diploma in pedagogy for our staff members so that they can also become teacher trained. And these are for graduates who have not gone to Teachers College. And that is the way in which we are improving quality in our teaching staff over the last 5 or 6 years. Our students are also seeing an increase in the offerings of the subjects that they are able to take. At all divisions, we are seeing an increase in the offerings and an increase in what they're able to do.
Today, the community college is educating more persons than ever. Not only do they reach the population through the formal system, they also do so through outreach programs, which is conducted in Georgetown. In 2010, a major focus of the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies have been the development of the Associate Degree Program. As of September 2010, Vincentians who were outside of the formal education system have been able to pursue an associate degree at the community college in several areas, including IT, psychology, business administration, and in paralegal studies. Persons all have their personal stories of why they are seeking to further their studies at the college, but all are grateful for the opportunity to do so at home.
That opportunity is it's a welcome opportunity. I didn't have the chance to go to college, and it's a good opportunity for persons who want to pursue studies. I'm doing a psychology course, and as you know, there's a need for counselors, especially for persons who have been abused, whether physically or sexually, so with me choosing psychology is just to take on that path.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity, it's a great opportunity, and it's very economical as well. You're right at home.
So what are you pursuing studies in?
I'm pursuing psychology.
Psychology? What are you going to use that degree to do?
To assist in counseling, to assist whether at home, at work, at church,
So it's about personal development for you?
Personal development as well as work-wise as well.
It's excellent. It's excellent. The price is excellent, and the course, the facilitators, they're really good teachers, and so far it has been going well.
So what do you do?
I'm doing business studies, but the extra credits are communication studies and psychology, introduction to psychology presently.
And professionally, what are you?
Okay, I'm a sales representative with the National Lotteries.
Right, and how do you anticipate this degree is going to help you? Why are you pursuing it?
Because I want to move up the management ladder.
Good, thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'm doing the associate degree program in business.
Okay, and why did you decide to take up?
Well, when I heard about it, I saw it as a good opportunity for me to make myself more marketable. So, and the price on the course was fairly, reasonable compared to other institutions. So I took up the opportunity.
So you've decided to do this, so that you can move up the ladder in where you are or change courses?
Oh yes. Well, not necessarily move up, but to branch off and, do something different.
This was a good opportunity to achieve an associate degree right here in St. Vincent. Tried that long ago you have to, most recently you have to go to UE, apply to UE, and if you're not accepted, you don't get that chance to do it. Also financially, it is much more cheaper at a cheaper cost.